Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great, great world. We're going to talk about XRP. Now, in this video, I'm also going to talk about the Great Reset. So let's take a look. It's the Great Reset, Charlie Brown. MasterCard sees FTX collapse as crypto's time to reset. Now, that FTX collapse came at the right time. It was planned perfectly because now they're going to fast track regulations. I believe those regulations are already written by the World Economic Forum, waiting to be handed down to all the countries and then put in place to fast track a Cbdc. Federal reparations are overdue. Why are states suddenly pushing for reparations now? Great Reset is acceleration. Programmable crypto USDC CBDCs via FedNow scheduled to launch in 2023 and deploy in phases with extra features and enhancements released in stages. Now, I feel Jerome Powell is trying to delay the US CBDC. I feel he wants to see how it plays out over in the UK first because they're fast tracking everything over there, but they are still building it. They'll have it all put in place, ready to go live, but I think he'll pause it to see how it all plays out there first. Dollar isn't back. CBDCs are backed by gold. Crashed the stock market and crypto market. Looks like a reset. Next, they will do something to regain public trust, and all will be forgotten. My advice is to check out as much as you can on the Great Reset and World Economic Forum. JFK called it. Now, JFK is before my time, but apparently he could see what was coming. He could see how they were trying to push for a new world order, and he wasn't on board with it. So then he became wanted for treason, for betraying the Constitution. I feel he was trying to uphold the Constitution. Then you take a look at this, and this is almost scary because this is exactly what played out and is still playing out today. Operation Lockstep from the Rockefeller Playbook. First phase, common flu. Mild symptoms at most. Media endorsement of mass paranoia and fear. Remember back in 2020 when the media news was pushing how scary it was to go outside? Flawed testing system utilized, which picks up any generic material in the body and triggers a positive result. Inflation of COVID cases numbers through changing of death certificates, double counting, and classifying all deaths, including other diseases and natural causes, as COVID-19. Lockdown will condition us to life under draconian laws, prevent protest, and identify public resistance. The second phase is even scarier because it talks about 5G radiation. The first phase will lead to compromised and frail immune systems through the lack of food, social distancing, wearing masks, and lack of contact with sunlight and healthy bacteria. Exposure to 5G radiation will further attack the immune system. Thus, when people re-engage into society, more people will fall ill. Then the third phase is if the majority of people resist the vaccine, a weaponized SARS, HIV, MERS virus will be released. A lot of people will die from this. It will be survival of the fittest. It will also be the ultimate push for everyone to be vaccinated in order to return to normality. Those who have taken the vaccine will be at war with those who have not. It will be anarchy from all sides. And I remember seeing that on the news as well. People wearing masks fighting with people not wearing masks. And this is an all-out planned event. And they're still pushing forward with this. That's why you have to stay awake, see what's going on around you. After two pubs' gas contracts ran out on Halloween, received November bills from Energy for You, gone up from 118.82 pounds to 1,912 pounds per month, and from 337 pounds to 4,459 pounds per month. The new bills include subsidy of 416 pounds and 1,029 pounds from the government. Rest in peace, pubs. So you see what's going on overseas right now. That's all coming here eventually. And people don't understand that. What we see happening is coming here. It's just a matter of time. All deliberate to destroy small businesses and all a part of the new digital currency plan. The government have to destroy our economy for the Great Reset. Good luck, business owners. It should be obvious by now that everything normal to us is being destroyed. And as they destroy small businesses, they will also send a lot of people to the unemployment line. That's when they will get them on the monthly income, guaranteed monthly income. Here's the real endgame for central bank digital currencies. Get ready. Our records indicate that you have used maximum allocation of carbon credits. I talk about that a lot on this channel because I said before, if we get rich off of our XRP, we could go on with life as normal in the future because we could buy carbon credits to offset what we're doing on a day-to-day basis. You want to travel in the future? You're going to have to offset the jet fuel used to take you from one country to another. That's what's coming. So universal basic income, digital ID, digital dollar, social credit score, communist subjugation. These are all hills to die on. And it starts with the Cbdc. Then they're going to issue the digital ID. Then you'll get put on the social credit score system. If they don't like something that you had to say, they could shut off your money. Debt pains are growing in lower income nations, according to the World Bank annual international debt report out on Tuesday. Now they're starting to show that how some countries can't compete with the bigger countries, how they're falling behind and falling into debt. But at some point, we need that level playing field. This concerned as FX swap debt swells up to $80 trillion. Now we're starting to see the first signs of how they're talking about how much the world is in debt. And that's why they're going to need a great reset at some point. Great reset, debt forgiveness equals XRP. Remember before when I said if XRP was to pay off all the world's debt, XRP needs to be at $3,300 per XRP. World Economic Forum's Great Reset is 21st century fascism, controlling people by controlling their land, food and water, energy and carbon output, centralized digital currency, transportation and personal mobility, access to debt, equity, and financial services. It's all part of a massive plan that's going on right now. A couple years ago, this would have all seemed like conspiracy theory. I remember people talking about this 2, 3 years ago, and even back then it was hard for me to believe it. I talk to people outside of crypto about this, and they think I'm trying to sell them on crypto. It doesn't make sense. People need to wake up. So now, if I know somebody absolutely hates crypto, I tell them you still need to look into this. Maybe you could buy gold instead of crypto so that you will have a better life in the future, whatever the case may be. But people in the world need to stay awake. Ripple is about to tackle the $9 trillion CBDC market, and this is coming whether people like it or not. You see country after country pushing for this all the time. You see what's going on. Now they want to limit how much money you could get out of the bank without utilizing the CBDC. They're going to make rules, and they're going to set rules in place that force you to use that CBDC at some point. I said before, maybe if you're rich in the future, you could use a private ledger where the government doesn't see your transactions. Who knows what's coming as far as that goes? But the thing is, it's all, laid out in front of you to read, and people still don't want to believe it. They think that somehow the government's going to save them from this. The government's pushing them into this. It's crazy to me that there's people still saying the Great Reset is a conspiracy when Klaus Schwab literally has written a book on it, detailing every bit of the plan in a 180-page manifesto. It's written down. It's very real. And the biggest threat to you, stay awake and resist. And as long as people aren't awake to this, this is going to get pushed out very easily. You see how many people went along with the vaccine. You see how many people went along with the lockdowns. Look at China, where they are today. And it's only getting worse. And this is going to spread throughout the entire world. People think here in the US that they're immune to all this, that it's not going to happen here. The government's going to save them. We're never going to go to a cashless society. Yet you see it right on the .gov website. It's laid out right there for you to read. And I tell people that, and they still don't want to believe it. It's a really scary time. But the thing is, I know as XRP holders, we are about to get rich very soon. I believe still that our lives could be a lot different when CBDCs come, because rich people always get some sort of pass on a lot of things. That's not going to change. Corruption will still continue, even when CBDCs come. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I just want to keep you up to date on what's really going on throughout the world. Maybe point some things out for people that never knew that the Great Reset even existed. But we'll see you in the next video. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. Have a great night.